One of the other things that happens is, or at least in your book, Father John Hardin's quoted, talking about these families as sources of good vocations. What did he say there from the experience you got from or the advice you got from the contemplative sisters? How can families encourage vocations? I think a lot of people today would love to have their children, especially in big families, have their children take on religious life of some sort. How do we get there? Any advice from the book?
The sort of ending few sections, there's many little tiny chapters throughout the book that deal with different, common topics. I introduce the topic, I ask questions to the nuns, and then I record the nuns' actual responses. So it's their words in their voices throughout the book, answering the various questions that I have. The last few sections, I actually tackled this question directly. I asked the nuns, what can parents do, especially, what can mothers do? Because the book is, sort of focused on mothers. What can we do to cultivate our children's vocations? And sort of what about their own family life did they see as sort of instrumental to their own vocation? Lots of really good insight there. Father John Hardin connects the religious life to good family life. You need to have, every once in a while, you can, kind of be the exception that proves the rule, that someone who had an absolutely terrible family life, manages to push past that, in this amazing, individual act and be able to cultivate a good religious vocation. God's capable of everything. But more often than not, in Father Hardin's writings, and as the nuns say, good, strong, faithful families are sort of the nursery for a good religious vocation. The two vocations need each other. It's good families that create, for the most part, strong religious vocations. And the nuns said that really bears out in their experiences. Most of the nuns that I spoke to are Mother Superiors. They're the ones that meet prospective vocations and sort of shepherd their vocational discernment, both before the young woman enters the convent and also through that process as they determine, is this for her or not? And they said time and time again that, the vocations that they're getting are from large Catholic, often homeschool families, not necessarily homeschool families, but they said that homeschool really helps with religious vocations because the monastery is this collection of people of all ages, right? And a homeschool family is also a collection of many people of all ages working together on a common goal, right? So the structure of the homeschool life is in many ways sort of similar to the monastic life in that there is this vast age range all working towards a particular project together. So I thought that was kind of cool, something I didn't really think about before I started the book. Other nuns said things like, well, one Mother Superior in particular said that what is so key to a good religious vocation flourishing is a young person's relationship with their parents. When a young woman enters a monastery, she is entering as a daughter, a real daughter, not just, it's a term of endearment, right? It's a real daughter underneath a real mother in the monastery. And if she had a bad or competitive or fraught relationship with her own mother before entering the convent, that's going to sort of impact her relationship with her Mother Superior. So she said, mothers work very hard to foster a good, collaborative, loving relationship with your daughters because it carries on into their vocation, once they leave the home of the family. And she said that holds true too with fathers. She said that young women entering her monastery who struggle in their relationship with their fathers, she said the Our Father is a painful prayer. She said it's very important for mothers and fathers to cultivate the sort of relationship with their children that models, our Heavenly Mother, Mary, and our Heavenly Father, God. because it is so important in a young person's ability to encounter and fulfill their vocation.
I am pleased to announce the launch of the new LSNTV app, which can bring all of LifeSite News' top video content direct to your phone, tablet, computer, and TV so that you can bypass the censors and keep fighting with us for life, faith, family, and freedom. Don't be alone in the darkness. We've been canceled. Fight the cancellation. Download the app.